Hello. It's a little bit windy. I've got that open, I've got that open, I've got that open. So you may hear a bit of clattering before we go on. I wanted to talk to you for a second really about, I suppose two subjects, but we can sort of roll them into one. One is friendship or friends, and what does that really mean? And another one really is just the truth. Okay, and I think they kind of gel, a friend and the truth. I think they're kind of, I think they come together in many respects. The reason why I'm going to talk about this is a number of different things actually have cropped up recently. The glorious Eric Morgan from Van Tripping, bless you Eric, you said at the end of one of your videos, or recently, yeah, you've disabled your comments. I presume, yeah. I've noticed 4 channels that I subscribe to have all disabled their comments fairly recently, probably because the idiot's on there, and that's a shame, but because I was going to leave you a little comment, so I'm making a video instead, not really just for you Eric, but it's kind of overall about friendship, friends, and also the truth. So Eric said in his video going back last week, I think it was, actually Eric, great video, you were talking about the Buddha, etc, etc, really good, very insightful and very interesting. I found that really, but at the end Eric thanked me and said that it was a blessing to know me even though it's via the internet, which yeah, that's how friendships are now, that's how we are formed now. We're worlds apart in many respects, but we come together however we come together, and I think like-minded souls do eventually find each other somehow. We're supposed to, and it works. But Eric classes me as a friend, I class you as a friend, Eric, as well. And it's got me thinking about friendship really. That's kind of one side of it. I met a guy the other day called Mark, who I've started working with on like a psychological level, if you like. And one of the things that he said is, I don't have any friends. I've never had a friend. So what is a friend? What is friendship, No, I suppose some people would say, going back to me and Eric, we're two sides of the same coin. No, we're not. We've got very different lives in many respects. We've got a lot of similarities. We may like the same music, I don't know. I got a bit of ink on my skin and so's Eric, I got a beard, so's Eric. So yeah, we look similar to a degree, a slight degree, but we're very different people. We're not two sides of the same coin at all. I don't know what the definition of friendship is, but I would imagine it's something like one who accepts the other one no matter what, for their quirky attitudes and ways. Is it? I don't know. And yeah, okay, yeah, we can agree on that, that's fine. My definition on what is a good friend, a good friend is somebody who doesn't leave somebody the same way we found them. Okay, so they've got a different way of looking at the world. They perceive things in a slightly different way. They feel more loved or cared for or respected because you entered their life, or I entered their life, whatever it is, So that's how I would define friendship. I would define friendship as a loving, caring and giving moment in time, whatever that moment of longevity may be. Friendships come and go, we all know that, and some of us have had friends for many years, and that's all well and good, and some of us have had like fleeting friendships for a week or two or a month or two, whatever, and that's also good. And we're here to teach each other lessons, that's what I think. I said it was going to rattle and clattle. Clattle, is clattle a word? I doubt it. I think it's a Briism. Yeah, anyway, so that's really friendship. Now, also the truth, let's just touch on the truth for a second. I like to tell the truth, right? So when anybody asks me a question, I don't give them the answer they want. I don't. Now the reason why I don't, I give them the answer they need, or hopefully they're going to need it. The reason why I don't give them what they want is because you've been doing that to yourself forevermore, haven't you? Of course you have. You think your life through, you think the story of your life, you think the problems and the troubles and the worries and what have you in life, and then you come up with the answers and you say, oh yeah, well that's fine because blah blah blah. That's what you want to believe, and that's absolutely fine. So you've been telling yourself that all of your life. I don't tell people what they want to hear. There is no point. No point. They've done that. I tell them what they really need, I think. Cup of Slurpee. So what I'm saying is that the truth is very important. In my life, the truth is very important. And I think to have a good friend, a good friendship, we need to be truthful. Truthful and honest with each other. God, it is getting windy. Shall I turn? No, I was going to shut that, but I won't bother. Yeah, so if you can, just be truthful and honest. Start with yourself though. Don't tell yourself what you want to hear. Really think it through, you know. I'm going to show you just 3 pieces of artwork very, very quickly, and then I'm going to continue about friendship for a second. I completed this one this morning. Now this one, it won't show up on the camera. I know it won't show up on the camera. I've graded the green dots all the way to a very, very light green. You can't really see it because of the background, but you know what? I know it's there. I know it's there because it took about 2 hours to do, so I do know it's there. Okay, so that's really, really nice, I think. Be up on my eBay at some stage. This one I can't make up my mind which way it goes. I've got a feeling it's just going to go this way. Bing. Okay, now it could go that way, I suppose, could it? Let's try it that way. What do you reckon? I don't know. Oh, well, whatever. I loves it. Now, this one, people ask me to explain sometimes about my art, okay? So, this one, I don't know the title of it yet, it hasn't come to me, but this is going to be called something like Life is Not All Black and White, or Not Everything in Life is Black and White, something like that. And obviously you see I've got a lot of black and white there. Now the black and white leads into colours, but I've used baby colours, tiny, gentle, subtle colours. I've mixed them and mixed them and mixed them with loads of white to make them look glorious and cosmic. I love that. So yeah, not everything in life is black and white, and it isn't really. Things pan out in a slightly different way, often. Now I've done my representation of a kind of an eye there, but if you have a look around the eye, there's lots of colour and squiggles and shapes and things like that, which is what I see all the way around us all the time. And because life is not all black and white, from this eye really emanates these little tiny dots of colour. They're just gently like butterflies, just kissing the painting, just kissing the painting. It's one of my favourite ones I've done in a long, long time, particularly what it means to me. It did take a long time to do, but I like doing my art, so that's good. Now, I had no internet 2 nights ago, but I had electric because it was a nice, warm, sunny day. I decided to watch some old videos back, really, just 3 or 4, talking about friendship. Now, David and Jolene, right, from Jolene and David's Travels, you'll remember them. If you're new to my channel but you used to watch them, they're still alive and kicking. Thank God for that, eh? They now live in Spain. They're in a static caravan. But I watched David's video, and David said, we class you as a true friend. And I feel exactly the same, and I miss you. I feel exactly the same. It's nice to know that they take the time and the trouble and the effort to actually still watch my videos. David said that in his video. And that really is lovely. I think meeting up with David and Jolene was just lovely, absolutely lovely. I really wanted to meet them, and my wish came true. He said that it was like a dream come true kind of thing that he met me. It was the other way around for me. They are friends, glorious friends, you know. A friend doesn't want anything from anybody either, you know. I don't want anything from my friends apart from them to be there on the odd occasion, and that's it. I spoke about Danny recently, who's a friend who now lives in Cyprus. So we got Dave and Jolene over in Spain, Danny in Cyprus, Bri here. I've met Martin, House is Not Homeless. I've met the other Martin, Van Solo. Recently we met Matt, didn't we, from the Van Life blog, and a few other people that are making videos, and hundreds of other people as well. This is kind of on the back of friendship, but also truth. One thing that doesn't bother me, not really, but it kind of just gets to me a little bit, is when somebody comes to meet me. Somebody did recently, and he drove about an hour out of his way and knocked at the door and said hello. Then he explained who he was and said that he watches the videos and what have you, and we had a nice little chat. After he went, I think sometimes are people expecting, what are they expecting? You know, what are they expecting? They watch my videos, and sometimes I can maybe be a bit insightful, maybe I can be a little bit spiritual, maybe I can be a bit of fun or whatever, I don't know. Maybe they perceive me in a different way, and they come to meet me and they're thinking on the drive to go and see the Ramblings of Bri, oh, I hope he's going to say something spiritual. I hope he's going to really hit home on a certain subject. Maybe that's what they're thinking, I don't know. Or am I overanalyzing it? Are they just pleased to see me? I don't know. So if you come and see me, I'll just be myself. If you don't like it, fuck off, alright? Job done. Simple as that. Yeah, so I don't know really. Friendship is a funny old thing, isn't it really? Sometimes it's difficult to maintain friendships. But I'm blessed and I'm grateful for everybody in my life. Simple as that. The good and the bad, really. You know, the bad show me how to be a better person, and the good give me something to inspire to. Anyway, I loves this. Thank you again to Eric Morgan. Eric Morgan has a tiny wife, so small he puts her in the shopping trolley when they go to Walmart in the little child seat, and she dangles her legs. Yeah, it's true. And also, if they go to the cinema or a show, she can get in for the price of a child. Good idea, Eric. Now that's a clever man. You thought that one through, didn't you, really? I'll better get a wife. Where's the smallest one? Oh, sorry, nearly trod on you. Hi, what's your name? It's Wendy. Yeah, you'll do. Hey, the rubbish I say. Now, I'm in a really good mood today because, look, Mr. Solarface is kissing me, and I'm blessed, and I love Mr. Solarface. I love Mr. Solarface on a million different reasons. He's topping up my leisure batteries, which is great. We're warm, I've just had a nice shower. We're parked in an area where I know there's a tap. So I've just filled up my water and had a nice shower, and I'm lovely and clean. And so I feel very buoyant, very bubbly. I've made a couple of videos recently where I've been a bit pissed off about my health. It's the way it is. Move on. Job done. And really, I think that's about it for me now. I've no idea where I'm going to go over the next week or two, but we'll see. There was just one other thing that was in my mind. Yeah, I was just going to say, if you are new to this channel, if you have a look on the Ramblings of Bri, there's a thing called files. You know, you get like about and photos and files. Click files, and the first thing you'll come up to is FAQ, frequently asked questions, and that may answer some of your questions. I've got the same thing on YouTube. So if you click on about, and then the very first, and discussion, about then discussion, the very first thing you'll see, pardon me, is FAQ, frequently asked questions. And it's all over the place, really, you know. The reason why I'm saying that is new subscribers always say, where do you get your water? What camera do you use? How did you choose your dog's name? Are you bald? They never ask that. Getting them into trouble. But yeah, that's, you know, for anybody who's new, do have a look, because it's like 20 questions that I get asked. Probably 6 questions I get asked over and over again, but I've made 20 questions on these things. Also, if you can be bothered, on YouTube, on this channel, there's I've made a video a long time ago called Frequently Asked Questions, FAQ. So have a look at that, and that may answer 1 or 2 of your questions. If it doesn't, then come back and ask me. I just seem to be typing the same thing, you know, where'd you get your water from? What about your camera? You know, things like that. And lastly, just to finish this very long rambling video, for those that are new, I am selling Ishi at some stage. I will be moving into bricks at some stage. I know I made a video now going back about November time, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Do you know, 10 months, saying that I'm going to have to give up the van life. But I've had an extra 10 months, so I'm quite blessed. That's how I feel, really. And life is good, and we're doing okay. The reason why I've got to give it up is sometimes I'm really not very well, and I find it difficult to drive. That's a good enough reason, I think. But there's a million other different things, all connected to my health, really. I do love the life. I love living this life, you know. David and Jolene, going back to them, he said in his video that I inspired them to buy a motorhome. He said, if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have done it. And you know, I'm so blessed and so grateful that I could have made a few silly, quirky old videos and somebody has changed their life, because the way they live now is wonderful. When I met David, we had a chat, and he said he was very stressed at work and in his life and what have you, 10 months prior to me meeting them. So now he works 2 hours a day and they have a very relaxed life. Good on him. That is what life's about. Life is about living. These videos, I always say, create your own life as much as you can. Some people can't, and some people find it very difficult for whatever reason. If you can, create your own life. If you can't, create 1 minute of every day to offer yourself. Thank you, Eric. Thank you to everybody else. Sorry it's been a long rambling video. I'm not really sorry. I didn't even look sorry when I said it. Either watch it, switch off, do whatever you fucking like. Take care, be well, try and be glorious, and enjoy my lovely shirt.